The U.S. cites rapid changes in Arctic temperature and sea ice indicators marked in red, as in red alert. Washington, while some indicators have stabilized, the Arctic is seeing significant changes from warming temperatures and shrinking sea ice. The bottom line is we are seeing some very rapid changes in the Arctic, said Richard Spinrad, Assistant Administrator for Oceanic and Atmospheric Research at NOAA. And unlike Las Vegas, what happens in the Arctic actually does not stay in the Arctic, he added, playing on a well-traveled slogan of the gambling mecca. Scientists have expected polar regions to feel the first impacts of global warming, and the 2006 State of the Arctic report provided a benchmark for tracking changes. Red and yellow alerts. Wednesday's follow-up was the first update, marking the atmosphere and sea ice indicators in red. The other indicators, Greenland, ocean, biology, and land, were marked in yellow, or caution. Winter and spring temperatures were all above average throughout the whole Arctic, said James Overland of NOAA's Pacific Marine Environmental Laboratory in Seattle. If you go back 100 years, it would be warm in one part of the Arctic and cold in another. We're not getting that now. This is all very unusual and looks like the beginnings of a signal from global warming, Overland said in a telephone briefing. Sea ice cover this year is 23% smaller than the past record low set in 2005 and 39% less than average. The amount of older ice in the Arctic is significantly reduced, which makes it much more sensitive to changes. The warming is affecting the permafrost in Siberia, Alaska, and other regions, which in turn releases methane into the atmosphere to speed up the warming. This similarity of very different regions shows the changes are not local. They are on at least a hemispherical scale. Caribou. The caribou are declining. The largest declines in caribou are centered over Canada and parts of Alaska. The herds are sensitive to changes in their range and sometimes have problems migrating in changing conditions, meaning that calving or birthing occurs before they get to new feeding grounds, resulting in higher mortality. And the tundra itself is shrubifying, he said, and the increased shrub cover over many regions affects habitat and local climate, since it tends to absorb more solar radiation. The global goose population has been on the increase also, resulting in overgrazing in many areas. Yes, global warming is real. Climate change is very real. And yes, God is coming back very soon.